Good morning and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, but definitely hit the like button. I want you guys to know how much I really appreciate you, all of my supporters, the true supporters um, of this channel. Um, all those that have good intentions, I truly appreciate you. Um, it could not grow without you guys. As we talk about a plethora of things, and as the channel continuously grows, and talk about other things, just talk about a mixture of stuff. That's exactly what I want, and I see it going that way, and I see that my subscribers are with it. Is with that. Talking about a multitude of topics and just the growth, and being kept abreast of a lot of what's going on, and just being able to have adult conversations. That's what I like. And even with the opposition and the trolls and things of that nature, we don't allow stuff like that to rain on our parade. We just let the people that handle the certain things handle that, and we just continue on, because when there's greatness in the atmosphere, there will always be opposition. Um, but no devil in hell could ever stop what has already been predestined, right? And so that's the reason why, I just continue on. Whenever there is opposition, because um, you know, it always is. The good thing about it is, with new levels bring new devils. And it's not anything new because I'm a winner. So I'm always, dealing with devils. Um, but I also know how to deal with devils. And my what's the word I'm looking for? And the thing is, I don't deal with them. I just let the people who are put in position to deal with certain things deal with it. Okay. All right. um but today I wanted to talk about a Memphis police officer that was shot. And it kind of goes into, there is so much evil in the atmosphere. There's evil on here. There's evil everywhere. That's how you know it's a spirit. People allow spirits to use them. I've always said, I just never knew that so many men were bitches. And I hate to put it like that, but jealousy, okay, is um the most dangerous spirit of them all. Okay, because it is a demonic spirit. Jealousy it's the mother of everything evil. It gives birth to everything evil, right? And um I think about, you know, and that's completely separate from what I'm getting ready to talk about. I just that just came up in my head. But with this Memphis police officer, he was shot. And what they've been trying to do in Memphis is combat a lot of crime. Like crime is going up. Okay, I know poverty ignites crime, but the thing about it is, so many people are begging for um, people to come and work for them. People don't want to work no more. you know um and I think it has a lot to do with so many people now are on drugs. I do know poverty ignites crime, but so many people, they don't want to work, and it is because their mind is not conditioned to work, because unfortunately, a lot of people are on some type of narcotic now. It's just very unfortunate. It's becoming like a epidemic. It's so sad. It breaks my heart because as much as I talk crap, okay, 'cause that's just what I do. Okay. I have a passion and a love for my community. I know where we are supposed to be. And it is very hurtful when I see black men all over the internet, when I see these black men on YouTube, what they're trying to do, like how they have, like the things that they do, how they put themselves in positions and they allow other communities to use them because they don't know about a lot of this stuff. They go to these other communities that pretty much kind of, use them. Okay. And they end up having to be the ones to go do the time, and away from their families and things of that nature. And it's sad, it's sad. But I wanted to show this because y'all know I'm kind of all over the place because I got a lot of stuff I want to get into, right? I have stuff written down, but I'm telling you, it just come off the top of my head. I never even look at that. Um, so I wanted to okay, here it is.
Neighborhood, there is now a sense of peace.
And in the Westwood neighborhood, if you look at one of my other videos, I was talking about chop shops, and I was talking about it must have been a video either from, it might have been from my last live the other night before last, and I talked about the Westwood area has always been known for chop shops. Okay.
That folks are relishing.
I'm just glad the thing has calmed down now.
Wednesday afternoon, dozens of law enforcement agents filled the neighborhood after a high-speed chase ended on Sun Valley Drive, not far from where this woman who prefers not to be identified lives.
I saw all these polices flying, driving so fast. I had never seen them look like they was doing 100. There's so many of them. I said, Lord, there's something going on.
That something turned out to be a Memphis police officer shot after investigators say he was ambushed by these three men while conducting an investigation into a stolen vehicle along Orchesgo Drive. Court documents reveal surveillance footage shows the trio allegedly following the officer and firing at him multiple times. The officer, now identified as Officer Jesse Acosta, ended up being hit in the abdomen. Even though he was severely injured, he was able to drive himself to a safe location. Other MPD officers then got him help and transported him to Region 1. That's when a citywide search started for the culprits. A pursuit ensued for more than 12 miles after the suspects were spotted at a home along Hillgate Street. They were eventually captured in Westwood after a brief pursuit through the woods, bringing a sense of relief to this shaken community.
I always be praying every day, asking the Lord to just touch our children, touch them, stop the violence, because it's not right for you to take somebody's life and you can't give it back to them.
When officers arrested the trio, they say they also recovered several weapons, including machine guns. Now the suspects face several charges ranging from criminal attempt first-degree murder to theft of property.
And the officer that was shot has since then been released from the hospital. Coming up on the news at 6, we'll dig more into the auto theft task force after an officer who was a part of that unit was shot on yesterday.
Okay, y'all know that's a shame before God, and you hear the sentiments of the old lady that did not want to be on camera, because I share the same sentiments, and I'm looking at, they look older, but I'm looking at Cavis Jones, and he was born in 1998. My God, he looked like he my age. Hell, he looked about 43. But he was born in 98, the same year that my first baby was born, so he could have been my child, and his little face and stuff. You could see the bruises on his face. His lips were swelled up. He got his ass tore out the frame. And see, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. Those officers have to go home to their family members, and they don't like when they attacked him, all because he was doing his job, trying to help to make the community safer. Now he's with an auto task. They've had the auto task force forever, and so they decide they want to attack him, like they're gangsters or something. And they thought that they was going to get away with that, and that's what I was saying about, the other day when I said Lil Boosie, when he's on camera and he's talking about F the police and he's being rebellious and things of that nature, he's helping to line up really some of these younger people, because that spirit kind of spreads in the atmosphere, that rebellious spirit, because they are already kind of rebellious. They're not really used to anybody telling them anything, because oftentimes their parents are on something, you know? And I think it's a damn shame that this is happening. It's like there is a war in Memphis. I've been saying for a few years now, it's like a spirit has been released and it is, walking around. And, spirits lurk to see who that they can penetrate, right? And a lot of people don't know that they are controlled by demonic forces. And so with these young adults, they don't have anyone, okay, guiding them in the right direction. That's why I get so mad when we help to make somebody a success story. And then what they do is, instead of helping their community, they help to make it worse. They send destruction back to the community. So, I mean, I would never, I'll never change my tune on that. I wouldn't give a damn what they think about me. Kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, I'm a Black woman. And then I was born and raised in Memphis, okay? Now, I grew up in South Memphis until a certain point, until I was about 12 years old, but I am still a product of Memphis. I still got family in South Memphis. I still ride through South Memphis. I'm still in South Memphis because my aunts and stuff are still up that way, around Parkway, okay? So I think that it's sad what is going on. And then for them to think that they could shoot that police officer like that, like they were just gangsters. They caught us, and I guess they thought they was gonna be able to laugh about it, and their lives are over because they're not gonna play with them for what they did to that officer. An example is definitely gonna be made um out of them, okay? And I'm looking at the young man's the Cavas, um let's see, intentionally evaded arrest, theft of property. I don't see where he was charged with attempted murder. And not, I guess, possession of prohibited weapon, intentional evading arrest. I thought they said that, so that meant, oh, he got a $350,000 bond. I can't remember the names of the rest of them. So evidently somebody else must have taken that charge that, they told on some. They already telling on each other, because all of them don't have that charge. Only one of them do. Okay, as far as the person that shot the officer, and I think he's going to get charged with attempted murder. So it was one of them. I want to go ahead and show another video. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's not anything abnormal. These folks are on drugs. There is no honor amongst thieves. Okay. They just get together to do dirt. They don't have no loyalty to each other. Okay. And they shouldn't. I'm glad they telling on each other. Okay. Here is CJ Davis.
Give you an update as it relates to today's incident that occurred in our range station area. We've got 2 officers that have been injured, and I'm pretty sure you're aware of that. Also, a citizen was also injured in the activity that was going on. We have been working to suppress auto thefts in the city. That's a challenge that the department, and not just the department, but the nation has had as it relates to.
And I think they have focused in on that for a reason. They've always had an auto theft task force, but I think they've zoned in on it because I think they know. When I know, because of more gang members are getting into stealing cars, because a lot of these folks are starting to own chop shops. So I'm glad that they're getting into that.
Carjackings and serious egregious types of auto thefts. So our auto theft task force was out today and identified 2 stolen vehicles, ran the tags on those vehicles and realized that they were stolen. one of the vehicles, one of the individuals, or it may have been several individuals, fired upon one of our officers' vehicles as he was leaving the area. Those individuals also chased the officer's vehicle as well, and as a result, there was a crash that took place between one of our officers that was as a part of the pursuit. There was a crash that took place as well with a citizen. So we have a citizen that has been injured as well. Don't know the condition of that citizen. Saw that person coming in. They were still alert at the time, but we are very concerned also about any citizen that gets injured as a result of the work that we have to do. At this time, our officers are in stable condition. Don't know the condition of the citizen just yet. I'll be going back into the hospital to check on that individual as well. Right now, we have some individuals of interest that have been detained, but we can't say right now whether or not those are the actual individuals that are part of this incident, and those individuals will be charged. But we will be able to provide an update on that as well.
The officer that was shot, was that officer brought here in a private vehicle, in a police vehicle, and also were those individuals detained and okay?
Yes, the officer was actually brought here in a police vehicle to hurry and get him to some medical care as soon as possible. So he was transported, and also the individual officer that was hurt in the crash was also transported in a police vehicle to get them to medical care as well. An ambulance was on scene to take care of the citizen that was involved in that crash and provided medical care for that individual and got them here to the hospital as well.
Yeah,
you mentioned a number of suspects detained. Can you tell us that number?
Right now we have 3 individuals that are detained.
Were they detained and okay then?
They are detained in that range station area, and I believe it's in very close proximity to where the incident occurred.
Did you request speed about that silver Infinity? Have you located it? What do you know about that?
Right now, the individuals that are detained, they were driving a vehicle that fit that description as well. I don't have details. Our officers are still out on the scene right now, and we should be able to clarify, verify as well that is the vehicle that was actually involved in this incident.
Did you request information on the citizen that was injured before coming out here?
We absolutely did. Initially, we didn't know who all was involved. We had 3 different scenes that we were working. So as information was coming in, we were trying to determine where our suspects were, what the condition was of the officers and anybody else that was involved in the incident. So as we were made aware that we had another individual that was involved in the car crash, we were very concerned about that person as well.
And you mentioned that silver Infinity was stolen. Are there any other stolen vehicles at this time that you guys were looking into?
Initial reports that there were 2 stolen vehicles that the officers had sort of stumbled upon as they were checking, vehicle tags in this particular area.
Have you found the suspect vehicle?
Excuse me?
Have you found the suspect vehicle?
As of right now, we don't know for sure whether or not the vehicle that we stopped, the Infinity, was the exact vehicle that these officers had stopped when this incident, took off.
And you said he was just running tags, and that's what they ran across. So was
part of this whole operation was to identify locations where stolen vehicles have been left. And we have several locations in the city that have been used to drop off stolen vehicles. Also information from citizens and other individuals to lead us to believe that there were stolen vehicles and individuals operating and committing auto thefts in that particular area.
Are both officers' families inside the hospital?
So what we'll do is we'll update y'all as more additional information becomes available.
Did you have nobody to see at the moment?
Okay, you guys. I mean, this is sad. It's sad on so many levels. And I wanted to show one more because there was actually 4 suspects and they got that one last night, actually.
4th person is under arrest in connection with yesterday's police shooting. 22-year-old Drama Compton, that's his name, Drama Compton, is facing multiple charges, including evading arrest and theft of property. Police say he was driving one of 2 Infinitis that fled the scene. They say he wrecked the car at Bishop's Gate and tried to run from police. They recovered a stolen gun, they say, with 23 rounds, and say the Infiniti was also stolen. They also add they recovered drugs in the car.
Okay. I think they said he was 23 and his name Drama. Lord have mercy. Okay. Anyways, you know, but y'all, this is sad. Like I said, there is a war in Memphis. It's a war in Memphis, and it's got a lot to do with so many people being strung out on drugs. It do. And they're getting younger and younger with these, that's why I always talk about being proactive. And sometimes I think that it is a strategy, of the powers that be. The more they are, and I'm not excusing anybody, I'm not giving anybody any excuses, but so many drugs are being made available. Okay. And you see this generation, it's getting worse and worse. And that's because a lot of their parents, these 22-year-olds, 23, 24, a lot of their parents are in their early 40s like me, and a lot of them, unfortunately, are on some type of narcotic. And it's sad. And even if they are not, it is a one parent household. And mama has had to work 2 or 3 jobs just to put food on the table. So the oldest child has been um, in the house, running the household basically, you know. And so they go and they seek love from the OGs on the street. And the majority of the OGs now ain't worth a damn. What they do is they look for vulnerable young people to go and do their dirty work. Okay. I've never in my life seen so many pathetic people in their 40s at this point, and it's sad. I think about what is going on and how people are so emotional, and how, a lot of these people, especially the ones that are my age, that are actually supposed to be setting examples, they don't even set examples for their own children. A lot of these people, when their children are out there in the street doing stuff like this, they want, my child, my son is a hitter, my son is a gangster. Chick, you crazy as hell. They kind of promote that behavior, and then they are allowing any and everybody around their children, you know, because all they want is, I got a man at home. He ain't worth a damn. He ain't putting no food on the table. He beating the hell out of your son, probably because he wanted to screw him. I'm just gonna be honest. Okay. He wanted to put fear in him. He beating the hell out of, he ain't doing nothing for you. Cause the woman is out working 2 and 3 jobs. But I got a man at home and he ain't shit, you know? And so no examples are being set because so many people are just messed up. They're on drugs, they're messed up. And of course, they have reactive stuff. But once you get strung out on drugs, it is so hard to get off of them. Okay. I've never done drugs, but I have seen people. Okay. That if it was easy, people wouldn't struggle like they do. And now what they're putting it into the Black community, even now when they get on weed, I think this weed is messing their brains up to the point where it makes them want something stronger. That's why you see so many of these young people on drugs. Okay. And so there are no proactive preventions. Nobody is being proactive because the money is in the reaction. We set up all of these rehabs. We'll do this. This is where all the money is. You don't hear people saying, just say no to drugs no more. Okay. How about that? Just say no to drugs. Don't smoke no crack. How about that? But you don't hear them saying that anymore because the money is in the reaction. The money is in, even if they can't go to the rehab, in which the majority of them don't, we can get the money when they're constantly in and out of the prison system. Yeah, they just want to do that to a Black man, nigga. Shut up. You know what I'm talking about? Because see, that's what a lot of these older dudes do. Okay, yeah, they had just one put my Black son in jail. Nigga, your son just went and raped and killed 50 people. Okay, but you was not an example to him, so I blame you. Okay. See, everybody want to take blame and place it at somebody else's feet when they don't want to get the knowledge. And then people know right from wrong. People know right from wrong. But people are not trying to fight wrong anymore. They invite it into their lives. There was nothing right about them going and shooting that officer. Now I'm looking at the picture. One of them I know they whooped his ass because his face and stuff was swole up, but people will omit what they did to that officer. The police officers had beat K up. He just shot an officer. Yeah, but that's police brutality. We need to march. Nigga, you won't get up out the bed to go get a job. What you talking about? You won't even get up to go work to take care of your kids, but you talking about rioting? We gonna go ride. We gonna tear up everything. Now you tearing up the other black businesses where these folks are getting up trying to build small businesses in your damn community. You ain't even got a damn car. The only place you can do to go get your light bread, only thing you can do to go get your light bread is walk up to the corner store and this black-owned small business, and you busting out them windows. Cause police officers had shot K, had beat up K, but he done shot a police officer. Tearing up your own damn neighborhoods, but you won't get your ass up to go get a job to take care of your kids, but you can get up and go riot. And then that type of behavior is promoted. That's why I say a lot of these rappers like Boosie, they put him out there like that. That's why I can't understand how all his shit make it national. It's almost like TMZ be out there. Like it's a scene or something. Like it's a movie. How in the hell TMZ get his stuff so quick? I'm trying to figure out the first time how TMZ got the stuff so quick and his hands was behind his back. Okay? So this is the type of stuff that they want to promote. F the police, F the police. The police the police are bitch and a half, this and that. And then you see what they doing. We gonna shoot, we gonna roll on that nigga, we gonna shoot him. Now you got a $300,000 bond and them folks gonna let them have it. They just want to keep a black man down. Our people need some repair. Okay? And it's such a war in Memphis. It is so sad. Like when I see a lot of these, and I truly, like people say, well, I think about straight driving them. And I know people maybe want to give me flack sometimes because I rides for young Dolph. Okay. What they did to Dolph was absolutely wrong, but I can't help it. When you have children, and I've worked with the youth, it's one thing, it's different when you work with the youth. When you've counseled them and you understand why this generation is like it is, and you got kids that age. I've had the opportunity to intimately sit down when I was working for the sheriff's office with a lot of these kids in juvenile detention one-on-one when they were still early teenagers, and now they are the age that they are now. So they are a product of that. Some of these kids I probably have sat down and talked to because they was already in and out of juvenile detention, and they all had the same problem. They had a lot of anger. Their asses was bad, but that anger came from having some of the same conditions in their households. Okay. And I'm not saying that everybody that's bad has had a bad upbringing, because there are so many parents that do the best that they can and their kids are batshit crazy. They just go left. Okay? They do. Because I got a 24-year-old. Okay? And we gave her everything. And when she became about 16 years old, she act like she wanted to go left. But I went to the pits of hell and looked the devil in the eye and told him, nigga, you gonna give me mine back. I fought for her. But see, I didn't have no narcotics or anything. My thinking was not altered. I've always been a damn fighter. I wish a nigga would. I went and got mine, and she on the right track. But a lot of these kids ain't got that, because a lot of times they will just go left because they are kids. But the problem is nobody is trying to tell them to go right. You got these OGs that they go to. Mine didn't have to go to no OGs because I went and got mine. Okay? I told her daddy, nigga, you can say what you want to. I'm going to get mine. Okay? And I went and got her. Okay? But it's a lot of people ain't doing it. Their parents are promoting them selling drugs and things of that nature. Okay? They're promoting that. as long because they benefiting from it. You know damn well your son ain't got no job. How he bringing you rings and necklaces and shit like that? He breaking into somebody's house and getting them. She ain't questioning that. He got all kinds of money. He don't get up and go to work. But as soon as somebody take him out, I always had a good boy. But you promoted that behavior. Okay? They promote that as long as they're benefiting from it. They ain't trying to stop it. And it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. And I'm not saying that my child was buck wild all out there in the street. She went to college. And sometimes when they go, when you send them off to college or whatever, it's bad elements. You got all kinds of different behaviors. Okay? But I went and got mine. And I bet you she got a good job and on the right track. Okay? Because I wasn't playing. That's why I say it's a war, but you have to be girded. I've always been a fighter. If I can go to hell and look the devil in the eye and tell him, you're going to get your goddamn hands off mine and snatch her back up out the pits of hell, you think I ain't ready for these internet trolls? And we don't have parents doing that no more. We have them promoting certain type of stuff. Okay? But anyways, I ain't mean to talk y'all to death. I got to get out of here because I gotta go shoot a commercial for somebody today. I ain't got to go out and investigate nothing today. I got to go shoot a commercial for a company that I do work for. But you guys, I want you to like, share, and subscribe, okay? But pray for Memphis. Pray for Memphis. I know Memphis has been in the news, but pray for Memphis. There's a lot of bloodshed on Memphis. And I truly believe when there are attacks, it's because there is greatness there. You know, I think about all of the greatness, all of this talent, all of these young men that's got this greatness on them that can rap, all of this good music, these good musicians in Memphis. The enemy has targeted them and put a hit on their lives. Okay? It's the enemy, that demon of drugs, so that they can't go and be the best that they can be. And then the enemy will promote these Negroes that ain't shit and put them in position so that they can further make them slaves and help them to get on narcotics so that they can use them. I'm talking about to be able to take advantage of them financially because they're the ones with the talent, or get them to go out and pay them to go do their dirty work, like be their hitman. But the devil is a liar. And so that's the reason why I always stay in prayer and meditation, because when I say stuff, when I get on here and I talk about stuff, especially with this young dog's case, I hear what a lot of these investigators and stuff say, because I'm right in the midst of that stuff. Okay. The DA's office, I hear a lot of stuff. Okay. That's why I say these people are not oblivious, but they are actively working on something, whereas it ain't gonna be no more black men on the street. And that's why I say these OGs got to change their tune, but they don't give a damn as long as they're lining their pockets. That's why I say, God, thank you. They going for the damn plug. Nigga, you ain't going to be the plug. Because they don't care about ruining the lives of the young people. Because they say, well, I'm the plug. You know, they go to jail. We just get another young dude. We sell, we just giving them the product and they go make their money. Nigga, you gonna be in jail, bitch ass nigga. Lord, forgive me for that one. Because it is a lot of these OGs that's out there destroying our communities. These are black men that's supposed to be protecting and providing for their women and their children and setting examples. The black men are supposed to be setting examples and leading the communities. If they was any damn good, the women would be glad to follow them. Okay, as strong as I am, I love to follow a righteous man that's strong. Okay, but ain't nobody righteous no more. So y'all, there is a war in Memphis, and it's been one. It ain't just started, it's been one. It's just more people are focused on Memphis. It's this young dog situation, but it might not be a bad thing because it causes people to have to. I worked for the police department for almost 20 years when they do not like a lot of attention. So when all eyes are on them, it causes them to start trying to be proactive. Okay. So I feel like everything is always ordered. Steps are always ordered by God. This might not be a bad thing, because sometimes it has to look bad or be bad for it to get better. Okay. All right, you guys, I got to run. Please like, share, and subscribe. Talk to you guys later.